What's up, guys? So I recently just went on a trip with my family to Tennessee, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to test out the low light capabilities of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is honestly just probably a good review of the iPhone 12 Pro in low light as well, because it's really the same camera. The only difference is the size of the actual phone itself. But anyway, so this is the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and the low light capabilities of it.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve, you'll find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve, you'll find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams.
So I guess regardless of if you have the iPhone 12 Pro or the iPhone 12 Pro Max, they're basically going to be the same three cameras. You have a 65mm, which is the telephoto lens, a 26mm, which is the normal 1x lens, and then a 13mm wide angle, which is the 0.5 lens on your camera. So if you have no idea, I guess, about video or photo, you're gonna have three lenses. One of them says 0.5 times or X, and then 1X, and then 2.5X. So I wanted to test this, I guess, compared to the 11 Pro Max, which I previously owned. It definitely still is an iPhone, and you're not gonna be able to shoot in low light as you would, you know, a full frame DSLR, like an A7S, or whatever, any kind of really DSLR. Even crop frame cameras, I feel like, do a better job than the iPhone. The telephoto lens is now a 1.6 f-stop, which is a lot better than it was. I can tell the difference, but one thing I found was that the telephoto lens really had a problem focusing, not only in the at night, but in the daytime too. Sometimes it had trouble locking on faces, which was weird. And when you actually zoomed in, like you took a picture and it looked like, or video, it looked like it was focused, but then if you zoomed in, you could definitely tell that it was not focused on the face, but it was focused more on the background. Just because the depth of field isn't really super shallow if you kind of stand back some. And in portrait mode, it's easier to tell what's in focus and what's not. But just the telephoto lens itself was really having trouble focusing. In low light, it was like darn near impossible. And it was really kind of annoying that it was doing that. I can show you some examples. Like here's a perfect example. Actually, this wasn't the telephoto lens. This was the 26mm lens. And I took this picture of my wife when we were just standing around one of the rides at this place we were at. And you could tell that, like, from just the shot, it looks like it's focused. But once you zoom in here, you can tell that the image itself is focused on the background and not her face. And so I thought maybe like it was because she was, her head was turned sideways. So if she turned and looked at the camera, then it would focus correctly. And so she did that and it still wouldn't focus. So low light, I feel like maybe this is something they could do with a software update, but it really has trouble focusing. And that was one thing that had bothered me throughout the whole time I was shooting in any low light situation. Overall though, I'm really impressed by the 12, like as a whole. I really wish that they could update the wide angle to be at lower aperture. And I know that's like hard to do on a phone, but at 13mm for sure. But I definitely could tell that like there was situations where I would have loved to use the wide angle lens in low light, and it's just really not usable. I'd rather use the 26mm lens and then kind of back up really, because that was the best shot. It's definitely a better iPhone than the iPhone 11. I know I've seen some memes of people saying like this is basically the exact same phone. And honestly, I think in a lot of aspects it is. The LiDAR is cool. I don't know if I'd use that much, but the camera's definitely better. I feel like the telephoto lens is the biggest thing, and the middle most normal 26mm lens is better, but how much better, I don't know. It's hard to tell. And I do wish that they made the wide angle lens better. Anyways, if there's anything else, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, if you guys have any questions, just comment, and I'll be sure to try to answer those questions. Or if you have any updates on why some of the things weren't working on mine, put them in the comments below.